Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to do a quick kind of shout out and thank you to the modder that is responsible for these 3 mods out here in Bethesda for us. They ported this one, but if I'm understanding these correctly, they created these other 2. And that's Vein 0.3805. And I appreciate them. I had asked them to restore these 2 if they would, and they did, and I really appreciate that. And then on the Serranaholic replacer, I had just asked about, there's a slight size difference of a few megabytes, and they said it's probably just a texture not being compressed as much, so I'm not worried about that. That's fine. So, I think I have. Do I have all these? Yes, I do have. See, I should always have all these rated because I always use these. I really like these. This is my favorite Serranaholic. I don't know. It may not be as popular with some people, but I really like it. So anyway, just wanted to tell them again. I don't know that they really watch, but if they do watch, I really appreciate it. And thank you very much for putting those back and then bothering to respond to me. Now, I wanted to show, I don't know how many of you actually use Bethesda. If you ever go out here, I know sometimes when certain mods have been left in work in progress for a long time, the only way to get to them is to go through Bethesda. And I have a video where I have shown that. But I also wanted to show you something about when you come out here to Bethesda. I see a lot of people make a mistake when they come out here and put comments on a mod. They don't actually what's the word, ping or notify the person they're trying to talk to. So let's just bring up like Serranaholic, for instance. We'll just bring that up. And I didn't realize this at first either, and I know if I went back on my account, I would be able to find times when I didn't do this correctly either. But I'm just showing you what you do on your Xbox. I'm not using a keyboard, I'm just using the controller. You can use a keyboard on your Xbox One and do this a little faster, but you can do it through most of the times I have a keyboard, and I could pull it out and turn it on and use it, but most of the times, for little things, I can go just as fast with my controller. Now, if I have more to type, pardon me, if I have more to type, then the keyboard is handier. But if I'm just doing short little things, so I'll show you here the little conversation. Now, what you do to make sure that they actually get notified of your comment is you do this at and put their name there. It's much like you do in some other, what else does that? Is it Discord does that, and some other places? If you want, first of all, the modder's name will be here, with their, whatever you want to call it, their handle or name or whatever, log on, or, like me, just whatever their ID is. So if you do the little @ thing, it should kind of ping them or notify them. It'll make them notice it'll give them a better chance to notice your comment or question. Okay. They notice how when they replied, they did the same thing. So, and like this person, again, did the same thing. So if you do that, see, this person makes the mistake of not doing that. And they posted this last year, and they may have never gotten a response because they didn't do that. So Vane may never have seen it. And that was something, like I said, I had to learn that myself. And that's what you need to do to make sure you're, actually pinging the person. And then make sure you check back. Don't bother someone and then not check back on the reply. Make sure you do that. My problem has been before, I I have asked questions, and I check back on the reply a day or so later, and the mod will be gone. And if the mod goes away, then all these comments go away, and I can't find the reply anymore. So that has happened. Of course, I wasn't sure if I got a reply, but I'm assuming, see, like most of the times, most of the modders are nice people. They're going to reply to you, even if you have a dumb question, and sometimes we do. I know, but even if you have kind of a dumb question, or maybe, I guess saying a dumb question is not nice, but you know what I mean. If you have a question, you're like, I'm going to ask, but, I don't, mean to be asking something that's annoying. But nonetheless, most of them will reply to you and give you some idea give you an answer of some kind. So, all right. Anyway, so I wanted to show you that so you'd know how to do this, and that's the main thing when you reply to somebody on here, or you want to, ask the modder a valuable question, is make sure that you use that. I can't think of the right phrase for that. Are you kind of pinging the modder, or are you tagging? And I think there's a phrase that I'm forgetting to use, and I apologize. It's just too early in the day, and I just can't think of it right now. But nonetheless, you get the idea. If you do the @ and then use their name, that will get their attention. Hopefully, they will see that, and they will respond to you. You have a much better chance. If you don't do that, let's get rid of that. If you don't do that, then people are probably not going to see your comment or question, and they're probably not going to respond, unless you're just lucky that they come in and look at that mod and the comments on that mod. Now, sometimes mods are they have their comments turned off. I don't know why. Sometimes they'll give you a reason in the description why, and you can understand, but sometimes there's no reason. It's just turned off, and for those, you just can't do anything, and it could be that the modder has kind of left the building and just left things the way they are, but it could be that they don't want to be responding to anything on that mod for some reason. Nonetheless, so I don't know how they let's see. No, that's right. Okay, forget it. I was gonna start to question this update date, but no, that would be correct. That's about the time they updated that, restored that one back. Okay, all right. So, and this is like my favorite Serana-holic. So this is when you see Serana in my game, she almost always looks this way, unless I'm doing some experiment, in which case I mention that. And if I'm doing an experiment and she doesn't look this way, then I've still got this mod. I usually just like turn it off, disable it for a few minutes to do my testing. But nonetheless, there are a number of Serana-holics out here, which I'm also thankful for. Let's see if this will reload. Right, and I don't know what the thin is, because Serana, being a vampire, tends to be thin anyway, so I'm not sure what that is. But there's a number of different ones. I think the blue is blue eyes and the red is red eyes. And there are these older ones that are larger. Now these are these are by Alpine YJ. I didn't remember that. Oh, and that was another thing I wanted to mention. I understand that the problem was that Vane.3805 had just tried to do a response, maybe, wishing Alpine YJ, wishing them well, or saying something, just trying to reply back to them and say something to them. They weren't saying anything bad or wrong, nothing like that. Actually, my understanding was they were just trying to say something nice, something good. Anyway, and Bethesda, for some reason, banned them for some reason. It sounded very weird to me. I don't understand why that would happen, but I know Bethesda can be odd sometimes. So, that was part of the whole issue with a lot of these mods by Vane.3805. So anyway, I hope that's all been cleared up, and I hope that got straightened out for you. So I didn't mention that in our comments exchange, but nonetheless, I do hope that got worked out for you. So, it took me back to my... I thought it would bring me back to Skyrim. I should have clicked on Skyrim first. Nonetheless, alright. So I'll be able to update these later when I want to. At some point, I'm going to blow my game away and redo it. And it's going to look a little bit different than what it does right now. Okay, so this was, like I said, this was supposed to be just a quick little update and a quick little kind of show you something. And also, I don't know that, like I said, I don't know that Vane.3805 watches, but if they do watch the channel or see this video, they'll know that, again, I just wanted to say thanks, and I appreciate it, and I understand the aggravation they had, and I hope they don't have, that kind of problem with Bethesda again. It sounded really kind of dumb, but I may not know all the exact details, but it sounded pretty lame that they got banned for basically just trying to reply to someone. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll just put this up. This will just be a little short. I have a new... as part of my channel update, let me tell you, I do have a new kind of idea for a method of putting my videos out, and I'm going to try that. Now, it'll be a few days or a week before you actually see this come to fruition, but I'm thinking about doing, or at least trying, okay, I'm going to try to do this. Like Skyrim videos would be at like 8 in the morning. Fallout 4 videos would be like at noon. General, just me playing something would be like at maybe 4 p.m. And then maybe 7 p.m. at night would be, now this is all Eastern time because I'm in the Eastern time zone in the US. But, and then maybe 7 p.m. would be a time slot for requests or any little shorts or little channel updates like I'm doing, or just kind of random miscellaneous things. Now, if I put requests out at 7 p.m., that means you could still see, spotlights or, whatever was requested, or it could be a testing video, So anyway, this is an idea I'm kicking around, and I may do this to try to provide some less randomness to the channel. I don't know if that's totally good, but sometimes structure is good. So I think I'm going to try it for a little while, and we'll see how it goes. And you can let me know if you have any great preference one way or the other. Of course, if I don't have, let's say I just run out of Fallout 4 videos or something, then I may fill that spot in with something else. Same with Skyrim. If I didn't have a Skyrim video to put out, maybe I would fill that slot in with something else. But I would just try to do the best I can. And there would be, hopefully continue to be 3 or 4 videos a day. Again, not counting the weekends, because right now that's still hit or miss very much. So, alright. That's all. I think that's the end of this little, kind of like a little thank you and channel update, and just, just showing you that one little thing at Bethesda that you can do, and that you can do it on your Xbox. I know a lot of times they give us the Nexus mod links in the descriptions, but that doesn't really help us a lot because I can't click on that link. And I can go out to the Nexus on my Xbox, but without the link, then I have to try to go through and research and find the mod again. And that's not the awfulest thing in the world, but it's just something I tend not to do. It's just an extra step, an extra thing that I tend not to do. So I think it's probably true of most others, but I don't know that for sure. So you can let me know about that if you bother on your Xbox to go out and look at the Nexus mod version of the mod here on the Xbox, because I feel like they're probably different anyway once it's ported over, that the mod changes. So I don't really normally do that. So you can let me know if that's something you do. All right. I'm going to let it go at that. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a terrific day, and I will catch you later.